talk about the 5 things I love most about my Porsche 911 996. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love most about my 996 Porsche 911, and probably 5 reasons why you should buy this car if you're able to. So let's get into the video. Here's number 5. This is a Porsche 911, and as you guys know, this is probably the most hated Porsche 911. The 996 was built in 1998 and 99, all the way through 2004, and it's mainly hated because it's the first water-cooled Porsche ever made. The headlights are the only headlights that are ever different than the normal oval designs that Porsche make. But other than those 2 reasons, I don't understand the hate for this car. It's still designed by Porsche, it's engineered by Porsche, and it drives like a 911. I've driven a lot of 911s before, and there's that distinct feel that you get when you drive a Porsche, especially a 911, having the engine all the way in the rear. And this one still gives it to you. And you know, for you to be able to get into this car for under $30,000, I don't know many sports cars that you're able to, you know, achieve that with. And that's one of the reasons why I love this car so much. You know, it's affordable to where, you know, I don't want to say the average person can get into this car if they want, but if you really want to get into this car and you don't have a buttload of money, this is a car that you'd actually be able to afford. And that's one of the reasons I love most about this car. It's a Porsche 911. It drives like a Porsche. It doesn't matter that it's the 996 generation and it's the cheapest one. It still drives like the others. And like one of my reasons later, it feels raw. It's just such an amazing car. And if you guys are interested in the 996, please go test drive it. Get it above 4,000 RPMs and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get into number 4. Another reason why I love this car so much is the community and the people that you meet through having this car and going to different car events. When I purchased this car, I had no idea that this would have came with it, but the amount of people that I met through social media and at these different car events has just been absolutely amazing. Life is about meeting other people and just connecting and sharing stories and, you know, listening to other people and learning from those stories. And I've already had this car for 2 months and I've met so many really cool people, not only in person but also online. I think that's just a really cool, amazing thing about Porsche is, you know, there's people all around the world that love this car for, you know, some reason. And it's really cool that, you know, having a car and just liking these cars and being around them, the people it can bring you. You never know who you can meet, what you can learn from somebody. So that's one of the things that I love most about this car is just, you know, everyone that I'm meeting and all the things that I'm learning along the way with that. So let's get into number 3. The 3rd reason why I love this car so much is that classic steez that you get with this car. It looks vintage, but it also looks new at the same time. And I love that factor. A lot of my style in fashion is kind of that same way. I like to dress in kind of like older generations, maybe like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. And that's exactly what this car is for me. It matches my style almost perfect. This car looks like it's from 2001, but it also looks like it's from 2024 at the same time. And that's one of the reasons why I love this car so much. Just the styling is very, like almost like mid-century modern. It's like a modern classic, if that's a good way of saying it. I think it's just such a beautiful car and I love how it looks so much. Let's get into number 2. Another reason why you need a 996 is this is one of the last raw 911s that you can get on the market. You know, these new 911s all have all this technology assist, where this car you got traction control, you got ABS, but once you turn those off, it's a really raw car. The steering in this car is super heavy and just raw. You feel all the little bumps. You know, you get that in the newer Porsche 911s, but there's something about these older generations. I would say the 997 is probably the last really raw 911 you can get before the technology really starts to take over. But the 996, being able to get into this car under 30,000, it's just such a raw feeling, fun car. And you get this car above, you know, 4,000 RPMs and it's insane. So if that's something you're interested in with like getting an older car and you're looking for that raw feeling, especially if you get a manual. I got the Tiptronic in this car, but if you get a manual 996 or 997 or any of the previous generations before that, you're gonna get a super raw feeling car, and I promise you will not regret it. So let's get into the last reason why I love this car so much. And the number one reason why I love this car so much is the quality of this car. For it being made 22 years ago, it not only looks new, but all of the interior looks way good for its age. I think everything's aged super well on this car. Nothing really creaks in the interior, like everything is just solid and robust like it should be, like Porsche does with all of their interiors. And that's one of my favorite things about this car. You know, it being 22 years old, it feels brand new to me, and that's how I want a car to feel, especially a vintage car. If it feels brand new and just new every time you get into it, you know it was a good design, and that's one of the reasons why I love this car so much. So if you guys are interested in a Porsche 996, I think now is the best time to get into this car. These values of these cars will only go up. I feel like the love and the appreciation of these cars has never been there before, and I now feel like people are starting to realize how insane and how beautiful these cars really are. You know, how they're engineered, how they look, how they feel. Everything about them is just beautiful. It's perfect. Porsche did their thing about this car, and don't listen to all the other people who hate on it, because they might have never even driven one, or they have access to the super way expensive other Porsches, the ones that I don't have access to right now, and that's okay. One day I hopefully will be able to get my 992 GT3 RS, but if you guys want to get into your Porsche 911 and a 996 is something that you're able to do and you've been thinking about it, it's such an amazing car. Go check out my other videos. If you guys enjoy videos like this and other cool content, I'm gonna be making tons of shit in the future. I'm making 2 videos per week, so if you guys want to see more, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, it really helps. And shoot me a DM on Instagram if you want to be my homie or something. But yeah, that's this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.